Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 71 of Petey's Awesome Guest Panel. And tonight's guest stars I'm very excited to have. Tonight, we welcome one of the original Glow Girls of the original Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. My guest at this time is Miss Jody, Tulsa, Haselbarth. Jody, welcome to the show. How are you today?
Thank you, Petey. I'm great. It's so good to see you.
Oh, it's so good.
Finally.
It's always a pleasure to see you, Jody. You're one of my dearest friends.
Thank you. I think so too. You're my buddy, my nephew. My nephew.
You're my auntie and my buddy.
Yes.
Now the first question I have for you, and it's gonna be a typical cliche question, and that is, how did you get your first start into wrestling? Take me there.
Well, I watched it when I was a little bitty girl on Saturday mornings, but I got into Glow accidentally. I was excuse me, I was channel surfing and found Glow on the TV, and I'm going, what is this? And I was laughing, I was cheering, I was enjoying every minute of it. These beautiful girls in their beautiful costumes and beautiful makeup. And I saw what they were doing, and I thought, shoot, I can do that. I can do that. So at the end of the program, it had Riviera Hotel is where they were shooting. And so that night I put together a headshot, a resume, which had very little on it. I even made a rap. Let's see.
Remember that rap?
I'm the Texas Wildcat. Jody's my name. Something in the ring will never be the same. So I had that. And I mailed it that Sunday night, and Wednesday I got a call from the producer director, Matt Simber, and he said, come on to Vegas if you want to do this. And I was on my way, and I was only there for like a couple of days to begin with, and then they sent me back because they were going into Christmas hiatus. So I waited after Christmas and waited, and I was getting kind of nervous, and finally I got the call to come back to Vegas. So I loaded up my truck and off I went.
Now that was your audition, right?
I didn't really have an audition.
Oh,
not like the other girls. I came a couple of months later, and they had already had auditions and picked the girls, and everything was running smoothly, and I kind of just joined them, and they were so wonderful. They were so welcoming, and a lot of help.
Who trained you in Glow?
What?
Who trained you?
Nino.
Ninoshka. Lori. I had her on my show.
Yeah. She is so awesome. She was so awesome. Yeah.
And I gotta ask you this too, because I think majority, if not every woman in Glow worked with this woman, including you. And I want to get your thoughts on working with her. And that is my dear friend, and that is the late great Emily Dole, aka Mountain Fiji.
I love Mountain Fiji. I love Emily. She was so dear to my heart, and she's just her heart is as big as she was. And we would send cards and letters back and forth, and I send her little trinkets to, cheer her up, because she was pretty much in the care unit, yeah, and things she could hang on the bed, and pretty things. So she was just wonderful. Yeah.
I agree, and I used to Emily and I used to if we weren't exchanging letters, her and I used to write letters all the time, and then she had a phone installed into her room, so she would always call me daily, or I would call her too, to see how she is. I never lost contact, unfortunately.
Oh, that's so special.
I told her how much
it is.
I told her how much she was one of my idols, growing up.
Yeah. She was a hero to everybody, and she really was a hero. I mean, she was an Olympic athlete, shot put, but she didn't get to go because President Carter boycotted the Olympics that year. So that's really a shame.
It is. another person that you worked with too, and I'm very curious to know what was like working with her, and that is Lynn Braxton, the late great Lynn Braxton, aka Big Bad Mama.
Oh, big bad mama. She loved to throw me over the top rope. I actually got a broken tailbone when she did one time, and because I didn't land correctly. And another time, when I came off the top rope and took her out, she and I went to the mat and we broke the plywood under the mat. So, yeah, that's how hard we hit. And I sprained my ankle really bad. And she was choking me or something. I said, Mama, pin me, just pin me. I can't go
Over with.
on. Yeah, she goes, what the hell? What's wrong? I said, just pin me. I hurt my ankle. And she pinned me, and I crawled out of the ring, and I didn't want the paramedics to know. I didn't want anybody to know because I had several matches coming up and I didn't want to miss those matches. But I couldn't walk on my foot, so I was kind of in a pickle there. And one of our glow paramedics, and our paramedics are real paramedics. They are wonderful.
What's wrong?
This was Steve.
Okay.
Steve was the one that he used to be a PA for an orthopedic surgeon when he was in the service. He was in Air Force, and he knew how to wrap my ankle to where I can get back on in the ring, and I did. I got finished that night out, but my ankle and my foot, they were black and blue and swollen. And fortunately, we have a sports medicine clinic that we get sent to if we do have these injuries, and got it all fixed. So I was crying. I was just crying, not from pain, but I was afraid Matt was going to send me home because I got hurt. But he didn't. He said, no, 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 we'll fix it. So he was a sweetheart.
Was Matt like, because like in WWE they have this thing backstage called the gorilla position where like it's the entrance, and then the entrance before you go out to like the building there's a thing called gorilla position, and in this gorilla position people are watching from a monitor, like watching outside the action, like the commentating, the announcers, the wrestlers. I was just curious to know, like, like behind that door where you made your entrance in Glow, was there anything behind that door aside, like was Matt watching like on a monitor like your matches, like, or like the Glow at all? Like was he there monitoring things or no?
Well, I thought they had a table out in front of the ring. Well, they did sometimes. I don't know, but I don't recall him. I don't know because I was in the dressing room. So I don't know. Sometimes he was, I don't know. Because I remember hitting that table a couple of times. So I guess it just whatever he decided he wanted to do. I can't remember. I feel like an idiot. But I don't remember a gorilla area.
Oh.
So
Oh no, that's what they call it in WWE. Like it could be anything, like in other companies. Like I was just curious to know if like Matt was watching in a like backstage on a monitor, like just watching the action.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know for sure. I know sometimes they had a long table, but I think that's when we had special guests like
Hold him out.
Jackie Stallone, and other. Well, we had Mr. T a lot, but he would come and say hi to everybody, and he stayed for matches. But he was another one that loved the Glow Girls, and we loved him. He was just darling.
Oh, Mr. T is awesome though. Like he comes off like a badass, but beneath all that tough layer is probably like this strong gold heart.
Yeah.
I pity the fool who doesn't have a glowing gold heart.
That's true. From everybody somewhere, if you dig far enough or hard enough, you'll find that gold piece in there.
I gotta ask you too, Jody, because when I'm not like dieting or like I'm on a strict like diet, I am a huge foodie. And I know like that the Riviera Hotel had a very nice buffet, so I was just curious to know what the catering scene was like at the Riviera Hotel.
Oh my gosh, it was awesome. And we got to eat there anytime we wanted. And they had breakfast you wouldn't believe. They had a lunch and they had dinner. And I went straight for the fudge brownies. That was I would make a meal out of the fudge brownies and then take a doggy back home with fudge brownies. You've never tasted a fudge brownie like this before. It was wonderful, and I gained weight. And Matt noticed. So he kind of let me know that I had gained weight. I need to lose the weight. It's funny because the good girls that are, the littler girls, he wanted us slim. Of course, the good girls that are bigger girls, he wanted them to stay big. And the bad girls, I don't know if he really cared if they gained weight or not. So, but the flyers, like the cheerleaders and me and the comic book characters, Lightning and Thunderbolt, we can't fly if we gain too much weight. We go thump.
Oh, Jody. I gotta ask you too, Jody. Like, and this is before I got to meet this amazing Jody Haselbarth. But you took part in the 2010, I think it was January 2010 Glow reunion for Emily Dole. I was curious to know, like, your memories of that day and who were you hanging out mostly with that particular day.
Well, I tried to hang around with a lot of, all of them, and I got to know Ashley.
Oh, Ashley Cartier.
Yeah, I got to know her because she was there before I was, but I usually hang out with Lightning and Dementia.
Oh, Nancy.
I don't know if she was there. I can't remember if she was there. She was there. Yeah. And Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hollywood breaks my neck all the time, but I still love her.
It's like, yeah, you broke my leg, but I still love you.
Yeah. She's got that neck scissor thing that she does to me. And sometimes I don't quite land exactly right, but most of the time I do. But she's phenomenal. There's not very many people who do that move.
Oh.
But we're good at it. We're good at it.
I gotta ask you too, Jody. Like, you had a match, of course, with Daisy, and your memories of working with Helena.
I remember, yeah, but then I remember Godiva. Maybe it was a tag team match with Godiva was there, and I did a flying drop kick to Daisy and knocked her out of the ring, and then I landed flat on Godiva and pinned her, or vice versa. No, I think that's how it went.
That's how it went.
Yeah.
But how was it working with Dawn and Helena?
They're awesome. I run most of the time.
I gotta say, Jody, that you are really much like a giant slayer. You hung out with Mount Fiji. You were with Big Bad Mama. You're with Daisy, who's like 6'2" or something to that ladder. It's like you're hanging with the Titans.
Yeah. I'm the squirt that hangs around.
No, you're the see, they're the big ones, but you're the tougher one, but but you're on your own level of toughness. Like, see,
I'm not as tough as some of the other girls. Boy,
but there's a
I'm glad some of the good girls I don't have to go up against. They tough girls. They really are tough girls.
They are. Did you have a favorite match that you had in Glow?
My favorite match was a pay-per-view we did in Vegas. I think it was 94.
Was that the maybe?
That's when I came in on a horse. Chief Bearpaw and Hollywood came in on a Harley. And that was an awesome match. It went for 20 minutes. We were both dragging at the end of it, and she cheated as usual. You know how she cheats. She cheated.
Hey, the heels got to do what they got to do.
Yeah. Well, she put a chain around my neck and yeah, choked me. So um, Babe came in to help and save me. Of course, that's when Lightning switched over to the bad girl side. So she became a heel and she was in there trying to choke me too. And Babe came in and got me out of that. But I mean, I was like, they really choked me. So the paramedics came out to try and make sure I was breathing okay. But I was so upset that Lightning turned to the dark side.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, that just doesn't seem right. But I think we can persuade her to come back to the good girl side.
I think so.
Yeah,
And,
she's a baby face.
and
I
she,
mean, I'm a baby face, and that's the only thing I could be.
one of
I'm too nice.
I gotta ask you too, Jody, because one of my favorite segments of all time in Glow is Life in the Glow House, and you took part in many of those. So I just want to get your memories of doing Life in the Glow House.
Oh, yeah, I do. Life in the Glow House was a blast to do. My favorite one was when
You at the prison?
the prison. Yes,
With your ancestor.
that was so much fun. And it was like, you sure have a nice neck.
And you were like,
And Babe goes like, thank you, because I'm gone by that time. And she heard that. So no, that was great.
now you were also, in addition to being Tulsa, you were also Sarah or Mabel, right?
Yeah, one time.
Uh, did you like portraying, which one were you? Were you Sarah or Mabel?
I don't know. I
Well,
don't remember.
portraying one of those characters, like memories of portraying that character, and what was it like wearing the mask, wearing that bag over the head? Was it hard to wear that?
Uh, I guess not. I don't know. I don't remember that much about it because I was just substituting and I didn't take it that seriously. So I just acted goofy and got through it.
Um,
I don't even remember who did we wrestle. Do you remember?
oh no, I don't even remember. I can't even tell you.
Hey, that's your job.
I remember one match you had. You had one match with the Park Avenue girls, and I think it was Sarah Mabel versus the Park Avenue girls. That's the one I can remember offhand.
Okay.
I think that was Tiffany. It was you and whoever played the part. I think it was Nancy, and
Yeah.
I think Nancy played one of the Sarah or Mabel, and you fought Tiffany and Roxy, the Park Avenue girls. I could be wrong on that though.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay. I I got it.
It wasn't high on my list of things to do, but I got thrown in there at the last minute. So I just I just made goofy comments and goofy things just so I wouldn't have to do anything.
Can I get your opinion on something too? Like, well, like
Sure.
I access to anyone that's in like that does acting. I'm not even gonna say actor or actress, but I'm gonna say anyone that's ever done acting though, which of course you have done, and of course stunt work. I wanted to get your opinion on something. Like, if we were like, I'll say like another person, and like if we were doing a project together, Jody, and the script called for us like to get into this heated argument, like to tap on raw emotion, and that's what the scene calls for. Like and like in a method way is like to like make this feel real. Like if I were to approach you and say, hey, Jody, I had an idea for this scene though. In this scene it requires it requires your character to make my character cry. And I know it's gonna sound very weird for me to say, but I would probably ask you, Jody, this is gonna sound very weird, but I need you to like lay into me when you're yelling at me because I need to cry for real because I can't fake something like this. If someone approached you with that type of method approach, how would you respond to that?
I say you're an actor. Act like you're uh devastated. Act like you're crying. Just act. You know, that's what I tell all these actors that say, "Go ahead and slap me. I need it to sell this scene." I say, "You're an actor. Act like you're in pain. There's no reason to hit anybody at all. In fact, I have flashcards when I do little like classes. I get called in to do classes, and I have these little flashcards saying, "Don't let anybody hurt you. Don't play with fire. It's not real." So that's what stunts are all about. It's faking it.
I understand that. And like with the act, like even acting too, like if someone told you, Jody, like you have to scream as loud as you can in order to make to sell this to make it believable. Oh, what do you say to that?
I can scream. I'm a good screamer.
I would make you look like $1,000,000 if we were in a scene together and you and we were in an argument and you screamed at me and made me cry. I would make you look like $1,000,000. I would use real tears, but with a fake reason. I'd be like, Jody, I'm about to make you. I'm gonna make. I don't care what my character looks like. I care about making yours look really good.
Oh well, I can scream, and if you want to cry, there's always the kick to the crotch, but that's always fake too. So you don't hit people. It's not real. And that's why they hire stunt people, so nobody gets hurt. That's our job, is to make sure nobody gets hurt.
True.
And I'm good at it. Boy, you talk about screaming. I was in a full body burn on a show, and I was a grandma vampire. And I got thrown out of a window into the daylight, and I burst into flames. So I was on the ground, writhing around, screaming my head off until I gave the signal to put me out.
Wow.
But I didn't. The thing about body burns, you don't feel the heat. You hear the fire, but you don't feel the heat. Don't do this at home. There's special things you do. Don't put on wet clothes and set yourself on fire. That's not going to work. Water conducts heat, and you will burn. I guarantee you will burn. Don't do it. Don't play with fire ever.
Who would? Who would?
Oh, you wouldn't believe all these idiots that do it. Yeah.
What do they gain out of it?
Well, they think they've done something awesome. Like I did something awesome, when I was in that body burn, which I've done 2 body burns and a lot of partial burns. I think 5 window crashes. I've done a lot of stuff that some people haven't done who've been in it as long as I have, but I'm good. I'm good at what I do.
Do you prefer stunt work or acting?
Or what?
You prefer doing stunt work or acting?
I don't act. I'm not an actress.
No, I mean like do you prefer doing stunt work or like if you were like playing a character in Glow?
Oh, that's always fun. That's always fun because you can be campy and you can be silly and goofy and over the top, and that's always fun, especially playing off like Babe. We always had a great time waiting for our dates. What are you gonna do on your date tonight, babe? Well, I don't know. He said I think we're gonna do whatever. I said, what makes you think that? And she goes, because he said we're gonna I go, oh,
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like that yikes face.
Yeah.
Like yikes.
She was just so darling. Yeah, she was good at that.
I have to ask you too. We have a couple more questions before we conclude. One of the questions I had too was, did you if you were given the choice of either playing a protagonist or an antagonist, which are you taking?
Protagonist.
You're not.
I'm just such a good girl, and I'm used to getting beaten up. I did it in Glow. I was beaten up all the time. And in stunts, I've done Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Children of the Corn, Mr. Hell, Souls Midnight, um, gosh, I don't know, a bunch of horror shows. So I'm doubling the actress that gets axed or nailed or set on fire. So I like being set on fire actually. In Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Matthew McConaughey set me on fire. That's a claim to fame, isn't it?
It is Matthew McConaughey. Did you see the original? Like, did you see the second Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Bill Moseley?
No.
Really good movie. I loved it. I gotta ask you too, Jody. Did you have any were there any like perks like or any like advantages like working Glow, or no? You didn't see any. Like
Um,
because somebody said this. I don't know if this is true or not though, but someone said that they would get tickets for the buffet like as part of their compensation, like whenever they worked wherever worked Glow.
um, perks. Well, we're Glow Girls.
No, absolutely. No, we already know that. That's I'm saying like do you have any like as a Glow Girl, did you have like access to other areas in the hotel, like the pool, like did you have access?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the girls did. Yeah. I don't like getting wet. You have to pay me to get wet.
Trust
The
me.
other girls would go and sunbathe and do the pool thing, but no, I get in the sun and I bleach. I'm just white. I'm sick of white.
And of course, so like, did you get to work with the actress that portrayed Emily's little sister in Chan, who played Little Fiji, or no?
No, she was gone by the time I got there.
What about Janet Bowers, who played Vine?
Nope, she was gone too.
Okay, I was just curious to know if any of these ladies were here prior to them leaving, like before you got in.
Well, I wish I'd been there
Dallas?
with Dallas and with Ashley Cartier and Tina.
Oh, Lisa Moretti.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I'd been there for those two, but I did do went overseas with Dallas. She was. We went to Panama, and yeah,
This story.
yeah. She was in there. She's awesome. She is so awesome. I mean, they're tough girls. They really are. I'm not that tough. Just I know how to run. I know how to get out of it. If they try. And then I run and drop kick them.
Boom, drop kick.
Yeah, that's how I go in the air to get them.
Yeah.
I don't do like the bigger girls like stronghold moves, like wrap them up in a small package and all these different wrestling holds, because it's not believable that I could do it to them and them not get out of it. I like hair mares, I like drop kicks, I like things that I can do and get away.
Would you say like you're more of a technical wrestler?
No, I wouldn't say that at all.
Or a high flyer?
I'm just a flyer, a high flyer. And I think a technical wrestler would be the one that does all those strong moves, those really complicated, wrap them up in a small package and all that kind of stuff. I didn't do much of that.
How were like you took part in battle royals, right?
Yes.
How were those spots planned? Because I'll tell you a funny story before you answer. Like when I talked to BC one time, she said like one time during like a battle royal, she put somebody in a headlock and she said, hey, like she would have conversations during the match. She'd be like, hey, you want to go to the mall after this? Like, yeah, okay. So I was just curious to know, like, did you have any funny like battle royal moments or like where you're talking to your opponent in the ring while you're working with them?
Well, I won the battle royal in Hawaii, but instead of something good, I got a plastic lei that was spray painted gold. The other girls get neat things like crowns and it's worth it. But I just got a plastic lace spray painted gold. But hey, that was the only one I won. Um, I'll talk to Babe and say, well, let's go get Beastie, which is always a bad idea.
A bull.
Yeah. Yeah. When one of our matches, Beastie, I got her in a fireman's carry and I was trying to take her to drop her over the rope. She just went and flattened me, just absolutely flattened me. But that was a lot of beef that I was carrying because I consider her livestock. That's why I get to rope her. I don't rope anybody but Beastie because I consider her livestock. I don't rope people. But but she got me good. She got her. I thought I was doing something really cool by carrying her to the edge of the ring, and she could pow. I was down and out.
Now, when working matches like this, like how are the matches put together though? Do you go with your person that you're working with? Like, okay, Lynn, what would you like to do tonight? Like, how are the matches put together in Glow?
Well, I do what I do best, and they do what they do best. We've worked enough with each other that we know how to do that. But uh, with Hollywood and the neck scissor, I have to be in the right position. So that's something she'll say, get ready or something like that. I know I have to be in the right position or I will get hurt. Vicky Victory tried that neck scissor, and she hurt her neck. She couldn't do it. And if Vicky couldn't do it, it's hard to, I don't think anybody else could do it or would want to do it because it is so dangerous. It's a neck thing, and if you lose on your neck, have problems there, you're pretty much out.
So it's all about communication, right? Like you have to have good communication with the person you're working with, right?
Yeah, sort of.
Like I was just curious to know, like if we'd be like, and I know for a fact, like if I was like the one thing I wish I could have done, I wish I could have worked Glow because I guarantee you, Jody, I'd probably be like your buddy, like, hey Jody, you want to go check out the mall near the Riviera? I'd be like that type of friend. Like after we're done filming, hey, I think I saw something cool going on at the mall. You want to go? Like I'd be that type of buddy. Like
I say, no, I'm going to go home, go to bed. That's what I always did. I'm the most boring Glow girl. I'm the most boring person ever.
Really?
Yes. They all go party, or go do something after the matches, or, we're in Vegas. They'll go out and do things. And I just stay home, read, go to bed. I'm boring.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Yes. Yes.
I almost said Tulsa. Jody, we're doing an interview right now, and I'm having so much fun chatting with you.
Well, you're so much fun too. We love you. All the Glow girls love our little nephew.
I love you. I love it. Now this is the part of the show, Jody, where this is an open forum. You can talk about anything. It's a free forum. You can say, promote, hype, talk about anything you like. The floor is yours, Jody. I'm giving you the proverbial microphone.
Well, I was just telling you how boring I am. And one of my other favorite stories is when we did go to Hawaii on our little mini tour where I did win the Battle Royal. When we got there, we had time, to do what we wanted to do. So the girls went to the beach, they went shopping, sightseeing, they went to do Hawaii things. I went to the library. Now tell me that's not boring.
I don't think it's boring because I would have done the same exact thing.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
I have a library right near my house, and I actually know that books.
I do too. I love to read. I've always loved to read. So that's like when everybody, when they were growing up, they go to the mall. Well, my mama dropped us off at the library instead of the mall. So I just kind of grew up in a library.
Hmm.
It's just, I love books. So, and I love action. I was a daredevil as a child. I am not a daredevil now. People think I am because I get set on fire and jump out of windows and 4-story windows and but being a stunt woman, I've been doing it for 30 years now, and my only injury really is, besides concussions, would be my uh, black eye I got when I was doing another body burn, getting blown out of a window on fire, and the flaming debris came through and kind of hit me right here. Now, I am triple uh, protected on my face, and I just felt this little flick. And when, we cut and I took all the masks off and everything, everybody was going, oh, oh. And one of the, we had a security guard there. We always do, to maintain our set. And she looked at me and she goes, I need to call an ambulance. I said, who got hurt? And she goes, you. I said, no, I didn't. What? And she said, and I had this big old bump, this knot. It was full of blood because that hit me so hard. At least I was protected. If it had gone just a little, like that much more, I'd probably lost my eye. But I had that knot, and all the blood drained out of that, down my face, down my neck, and I had this black eye for 6 weeks before it finally quit. It went through all the stages of black and blue and then green and yellow. So it took that long because there was so much blood gathered under there. But I was protected enough that it didn't really hurt me, like bad hurt me. So that's what I'm telling anybody who wants to be a stunt person. Just be smart. I tell anybody who wants to be a glow girl or a wrestler or a stunt person, first thing I tell them is get your education. The jobs are few and far between. Get your high school diploma. Get your, if you can, go to a community college if that's all you can do. Get scholarships or grants to go. I know it's hard for some people to do it, but if you get at least one semester of college, and you can put that on your resume, for instance, attended San Jacinto College, which is a junior college. They don't call them junior anymore. That's on your resume. And when you go to work at McDonald's, instead of being on the floor mopping, you go to the French fry. You do the fries instead of the mops. So try and get some sort of college. You can still be able to learn whatever you need to learn and be smart about it. That's the whole thing. Be smart about it.
Right. You got to be smart about your decisions. And before we conclude, Jody, I just want to say a couple of things before. I just want to say that first of all, thank you for not only this amazing interview, and I loved every minute of us chatting. I also still have the autograph you made for me with BC in 2010 when they had the get together for Emily. BC made this autograph book, and you were one of the people that signed the book for me.
Oh, and you still have it. Of course you still have
I
it.
still have it. It's actually in my summer home, but when I find it, I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna show you it.
Oh, please do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, I gotta say, like that. Not only are you, and I say this as a dear friend of mine, you're not only one of the most awesome people I know, but you're definitely one of the most beautiful people inside and out.
Oh, thank
Bless
you,
your,
sweetie.
bless your heart. And there's one more thing I gotta say to you before we conclude. And before I say that, I just want to let you know that I'm gonna send you a copy of this interview fully edited. So don't worry about it. It will be fully edited.
Thank you.
I will give you this as a final send off for you because you deserve it, and that is thank you, Jody. Thank you, Jody. Thank you, Jody. Thank you, Jody. Yep. So I just wanted to, as a wrestler.
Thank you. Oh, I've got to say something, Petey. Congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jody.
Your beautiful fiance.
Bless your heart.
Give her a hug for me.
I will. And it was so awesome seeing you tonight. And I want you to have a blessed Sunday. And I hope your weekend was awesome, Jody.
Thank you. You're pretty awesome yourself, sweetie.
You are too awesome. And you have an awesome night. And I will chat with you later today.
Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you.